Hi everyone, it's time for chapter 20 of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This chapter is called The Great Gum Machine. Mr. Wonka led the party over to a gigantic machine that stood in the very centre of the inventing room. It was a mountain of gleaming metal that towered high above the children and their parents. Out of the very top of it there sprouted hundreds and hundreds of thin glass tubes, and the glass tubes all curled downwards and came together in a bunch and hung suspended over an enormous round tub as big as a bath. "Here we go!" cried Mr. Wonka, as he pressed 3 different buttons on the side of the machine. A second later a mighty rumbling sound came from inside it, and the whole machine began to shake most frighteningly, and the steam began hissing out from all over it. And then suddenly the watchers noticed that runny stuff was pouring down the insides of all the hundreds of little glass tubes and squirting out into the great tub below. And in every single tube the runny stuff was of a different colour, so that all the colours of the rainbow, and many others as well, came sloshing and splashing into the tub. It was a lovely sight, and when the tub was nearly full, Mr. Wonka pressed another button, and immediately after the runny stuff disappeared, and a whizzing, whirring noise took its place, and then a giant whizzer started whizzing round and around in the enormous tub, mixing up all the different coloured liquids like an ice cream soda. Gradually the mixture began to froth. It became frothier and frothier, and it turned from black to white to green to brown to yellow and then back to blue again. "Watch," said Mr. Wonka. Click went the machine, and the whizzer stopped whizzing, and now there came a sort of sucking noise, and very quickly all the blue frothy mixture in the huge basin was sucked back into the stomach of the machine. There was a moment of silence, then a few queer rumblings were heard, then silence again. Then suddenly the machine let out a most monstrous mighty groan. At the same moment a tiny drawer, no bigger than the drawer of a slot machine, popped out of the side of the machine, and in the drawer there lay something so small and thin and grey that everyone thought it must be a mistake, and the thing looked a little bit like cardboard. The children and their parents stared at the little grey strip lying in the drawer. "You mean that's all?" said Mike TV, disgusted. "That's all," answered Mr. Wonka, gazing proudly at the result. "Don't you know what it is?" There was a pause. Then suddenly Violet Beauregard, the silly gum-chewing girl, let out a yell of excitement. "By gum, it's gum!" she shrieked. "It's a stick of chewing gum!" "Right you are!" cried Mr. Wonka, slapping Violet hard on the back. "It's a stick of gum. It's a stick of the most amazing and fabulous and sensational gum in the world." That's the end of chapter 20. See you soon.